Joji on the Winter Soldier. Whoosh, Emma Frost, perhaps, or not. I reckon that's going to be Cap 100%. JJ pondering on Wolverine or Human Torch, so it looks like they're just feeling us out at the moment. They're teasing us with these hero picks, but for now, we get to enjoy these beautiful landscapes.
We do. I mentioned it before. I love this map. It is gorgeous. The colors are beautiful. I love the purple flowers and leaves everywhere, but that might be my bias coming through. But it is a gorgeous map, but also extremely fun to play on. I love all the destructible environments, and I'm sure these teams do as well. We may also get to see, potentially, because I have a look into the map at the moment, potentially might be seeing a Penny Parker and a Rocket.
Ooh, the web server coming online. Hello.
It is a bait. It's a bait again.
They're always teasing us.
It's just for the shields for just a little bit.
Oh, we'll see it again soon. Maybe. Maybe not. But that's okay. For now, though, we are going to see Frost on the Strange combining with Whoosh there. But Nami going to be bringing out the turret power on the Punisher this time. Looking to play a bit of a bunker composition, you know, bring out those Vanguards up front so then Nami can just dish out a ton of damage from the back there. But the Dragon is now on the mission area, and it's time to launch an attack.
Dragon looking very cute up on that perch while everybody is doing damage on the ground. Hypnotic first one to fall. Joji dealing a lot with those guns. Taking out Nami as well, going in for more as Isaac falls. Quetzal falling still apart one by one. Pig team capturing the mission area quite quickly and quite decisively.
Pig team going absolutely wild right now, styling their way through and eager to see what else they can do in this one. JJ has to hold back there. Hypnotic trying their best to clamber around and take them out of the mix here, but we'll see what they can come up with. Final judgment available for Quetzal right now, so even if Pig team are on point here, they might have a chance to fight back, but bear in mind, Strategist ultimates are online for Big Team, and there it is. Eternal Bond activated by Runkler Bonting there. Invisible Barrier coming up as well, and everything getting activated here. We'll see if Final Judgment comes out of the mix once some of those Strategist ultimates get deactivated, but Lick already puts up their own ultimate just as quick there. They find Isaac though, so Big Team are locking down these KOs here. Joji didn't manage to hit the mark on the Kraken impact, but they've certainly hit the mark on forcing Quetzal back.
They have Pig Team still in control of the point, 56% and counting. They also have 3 ultimates online and available for them. So does Quetzal though. It could be coming down to an exciting fight coming up. And Quetzal will definitely have to try and make a move soon before Pig Team capture JJ. I thought was going in, but no, gets out instead to try and get into safety. No, JJ doesn't get into safety. Falls to Isaac and Groot goes in. It's actually... Wait, Isaac doesn't actually... You pop the ultimate. I got lost there. It was Hypnotic is the one that goes and takes them across. Whoosh falls too. Big Team losing 2 more members. Joji falls. Quetzal finally able to flip the point and take it into their hands.
Flip the script, and they managed to take control here. Great stuff coming out from Quetzal, just at the edge of the percentage here. So definitely excited to see how they navigate the rest to this point as well. They've got 4, almost 5 ultimates online. It's almost a full kit if Sector gets a little closer here. But I mean, one in the same. Big Team are ready to unleash as well. They've got heaps of ultimates in their favor here. So let's see how they go with this one. Turrets online. They're playing around that bunker again. Nami dishing out damage, but the invisible barrier comes out. Eternal Bond as well. Supernova trying to see if they can shut some of them down. Leak going to be out of the mix now. 1 strategist down. 1 more still alive though. Runkler Bonting, big pressure on their shoulders here. And Citrus doing some good work as well. But here we go. Kraken impact. Joji, it's time to lock in, but they're locked out. Double down. Bad 2K still trying to sway it in their way. We'll see who can get the most out of this fight right here. And it looks like Quetzal have brought it all the way back. Fate of Both Worlds is doing leaps and bounds to keep them alive and well.
Alive and well, and so is the point still in their hands, 63% and counting. They definitely needed to win that fight. Pig team still only one fight away from winning this round. They do have Frost now on Doctor Strange. Portal is available, but so is Eye of Agamotto. Is going to be potentially a big one, but Judge, Jury, Punisher going crazy. Nami able to take down Frost. No Eye of Agamotto for Pig team. Goji foes as well. Quetzal approaching 90% on the point. Pig team definitely have to try and get back as quick as they can to try and take this first point. I don't believe they've used the portal just yet, unless I am mistaken. So the portal could be used here to try and get that one last fight. Here it is.
Here it is. It's going to be dangerous. The portal coming through there. JJ in a world of trouble. We'll see if they are going to be able to take control of this one. Hypnotic, there we go. Finds the double KO. Isaac gets into the flow as well, but Frost triples down on it. They're bringing their team back into this one in OT. Frost is doing it all right now, focusing down that duelist. Hypnotic, get out of town. It's an absolute plethora of KOs. Spider-Man teaming out from Joji there. What in the heck is that? But just like that, the fight still rages on.
What?
Oh my gosh.
It's still going, Nancy. Somehow, they're able to touch once again as Hypnotic takes out Runk in this battle. And they are touching to try and get further as Joji takes out Hypnotic, Lick foes, Joji foes. It is back and forth. The dying efforts from Frost to try and keep the team alive. Now switching to advantage to get back on the point as quickly as they can without that strange portal. And they were able to, but Quetzal are faster. They flip it despite Big Team's full efforts. They take this first round in such a thrilling and close fight.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? Just so close yet so far. Both teams giving it their all there, down to the absolute wire in overtime. 99 apiece, and it will be Quetzal taking a piece in the pie there. And both teams are bringing out the fantastic 4 team-ups out of this one. Let's see who can manage to find the best advantage. And, you know, one thing we didn't note earlier, Bryce, is that Pig Team are playing without Wuvo today. Actually brought in substitute in JJ, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. No, that is a good point. Yeah, JJ is one of the subs and Wuvo is not playing today. So this could be maybe a strategy they're doing, or maybe Wuvo was unable to, I don't know, was unable to make it, maybe unwell, and so they have to switch and sub them out. But Pig Team, it could also be a strategy. They do have 8 players on their roster. Maybe they wanted to utilize JJ with this Human Torch strategy instead. Frost, though, absolutely phenomenal on the Doctor Strange there in that fight, able to take down 5, a penta KO, but unfortunately still unable to take that point back. JJ going slipping over immediately at the start of the fight, trying to do as much damage as possible. Out comes the tornadoes, the flame tornadoes, and now Runk also. The Eternal Bond is on the ground, is online to try and keep everyone alive, and it is doing a lot of work with Frost dealing the damage onto Bad 2K. JJ falls though to Nami, and Hypnotic takes out one as well. Out comes a Punisher ultimate, and so does Fate of Both Worlds from Spectre to keep their team, to keep Quetzal alive. And the tides are turning, the point is turning to Quetzal.
Turning away to Quetzal there, and it's definitely proving to be dangerous in this one. You can see the impact of Nami has just been so massive. You know, using that turret, they're playing around that bunker. Hypnotic are doing leaps and bounds for their team as well, and Pig Team are struggling to find their answer to this, struggling to deal with them. We'll see if they are going to be able to get away in the next instance, though. Preparing for the next fight here. You can see the walls coming up there. Isaac has the Strangling Prison online. Meteor M as well. And there we go. They're trying to keep them off the point as much as possible here. But Pig Team, they can wait. But they have a chance right around the corner.
They do have a chance, and those chances come with 3-4 ultimates. First comes the Judge and Jury from Joji, and the Invisible Boundary from Lick. Is going to be 2 Invisible Boundaries. We can't really see much, but so can't they. As Bad 2K is the first one to fall. Joji Roche both on Pig Team. Now missing 2 of their members. Pig Team might be in a bit of trouble. 50% and counting for Quetzal. They are in control. And Pig Team are struggling to stay on the point. Frost, JJ, both of them fall. Lick fall as well. A couple more fights left in the bank for Pig Team, but they have to come back with a lot of strategies. Runk with the Eternal Bond available.
Yeah, Runkler Bonding has the Eternal Bond available. We'll see if they are going to be able to use it. Joji getting KO'd there is not going to help Pig Team in this one. They need all hands on deck here. Supernova is available as well, but we'll see if they are going to be able to find a way into this one, because Nami is getting dangerously close to a final judgment here, and that could be the final nail in the coffin. Speaking of, here we go. Fate of Both Worlds is online now for Quetzal, finding the KO on a JJ. They're locking them out with the walls as well, but Pig Team forcing their way through here, trying their best to get onto the point. It's time for the final judgment. Here we go. The damage is incredible. They're taking everybody down. Both men are out of here. They found Lick. Everybody's going down. Nami is unstoppable here. And just like that, map number 1 goes 2-0 to Quetzal.
Quetzal cooking up a storm here on Krakoa, taking this 2-0. Pig Team putting up a performance as well, but my goodness, that Punisher with that final judgment in that final fight did absolutely phenomenally. Though I can't go without saying Hypnotic on this Human Torch put out so much damage as well. These duelists cooking up a storm. Pig Team, I must say,
all the way, much like Pig Team did. Then we will be into the overtime segment, which is going to be a big proving ground there. But considering how rough the map has played out so far, Quetzal may just have to put in more work than they anticipated, especially after how map 1 progressed there. So we'll see if they are going to be able to lock things in there. Citrus going to be bringing out the rocket here. Curious if they'll keep it.
Don't get baited. Don't get baited.
Yeah,
don't get
I'm
baited.
not getting baited. Yeah, you know, I'm hopeful we see the BRB beacon. You know, hopefully we see it come online. Managed to really make some impact there, but I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I do like the strategy, though, of trying to get as much armor out for that. You know, 1 extra little bit to get that health bonus, but yes, that rocket is no more. We are going, of course, with the Cloak and Dagger. A very good heal, stable pick. Doctor Strange on Isaac. I do love to see Doctor Strange both are met by Frost as well on Pig Team. So a mirror of Doctor Strange, a mirror of Emma Frost.
Let's see if they are going to be able to achieve their dreams here, as the damage is just so clean on this one.
What?
Pig Team lock in 3 KOs in quick succession there, and are tracking through for more as well. Hypnotic is trying to scurry away as quick as they can, back in towards their spawn point there. But Pig Team, they have this convoy on a lockdown right now, using the zipline to get up as well. Quetzal need to think of another avenue in this one.
They definitely do. They're here on attack and haven't been able to move the vehicle much at all. Herbie a bit stationary in this Midtown map, stuck in the streets, and they want to get around this corner. But yeah, Pig Team holding them down, and no ultimates yet, but Joji extremely close, 97, 98%, about to have it available. Will they pop it immediately to keep their assault going? They are, and they're gonna do a lot of damage. Quetzal have to respect this. Nami, though, also has it available for themselves. Could have a Punisher v Punisher, but instead, out comes the choke slam from Welsh onto Isaac. Pig Team are doing a lot of damage, and they are forcing Quetzal back into their spawn.
Back into their spawn, and the swords are drawn here. We'll see if they are going to be able to find a way back into this one. They do have 3 ultimates online right now, Quetzal. You know, Final Judgment ready, Invisible Barrier as well. They've got the Eternal Bond there. We'll see if they are going to activate them, because one and the same. We got Runkler Bonting prepared with the Eternal Bond, but it's Supernova to go online. JJ trying to see if they can cut them off before they can even get started here, but the damage is coming back in their direction, so they have to be a bit careful with this one, Rice, because here's the final judgment. Here we go. Visual boundary coming up right now, and it's time for Quetzal to lock in. They are trickling through that damage like no tomorrow, but somehow they can't take down JJ. Oh my gosh, they're just bouncing around this one, and they still maintain their life.
Quetzal do take this fight. They do take Herbie back under control, only utilizing 2 of the ultimates, so they still have 4 to use in this next fight. Pig team were forced to use 2 of their strategist ultimates. Both the Invisible Boundary and the Eternal Bond were used in that fight, but unfortunately they were not able to stay alive. Quetzal, though, still have not able to cap this first point, this first section, and now out comes the Tado from Nami to try and do some more damage. Hypnotic on the Bucky, going harder. Out comes the Kraken impact. 1, 2, 3, but Hypnotic falls to Joji.
Oh my word, and just like that, they have managed to push it over the first stage there. Worked really hard for it, got the KO on the Runkler Bonting in the end as well, and they will be able to force this convoy one step closer. We'll see. They are going to be able to do more. They're trying to cause destruction onto the broken statue there. Not going to happen, but what is going to happen is damage coming out up front from Pig Team right now, trying to force them back quickly. Really getting in their face, saying, you will not claim this space. We are going to defend this for our all here. But JJ caught over the crossfire there. Hypnotic is locked into it, dishing out tons of damage. Do have a hook available as well. The bionic arm there. We'll see if they can use it, but no. Frost KOs through, and there's more to come because Hypnotic's not done.
Hypnotic is not done with a double, looking for more, but there aren't many more left of Pig Team. Pig Team have all gone back to spawn. They have so many ultimates available, but they're not going to be able to touch in time. Do they have a portal to be able to touch and make one last ditch effort to stop Herbie from making it? They cannot. And so, Vehicle has reached the checkpoint. Quetzal, with 3 minutes and 30 seconds, they may be able to have a very similar time to Pig Team.
Yeah, timing could be in their favor there, and we'll see if we are going to head into the OT sector here, because now the confidence is starting to shine through for Quetzal. I'm liking what I'm seeing here, Rice, and we'll see. They are going to be able to get it over in a similar timing to what Pig Team did, or whether they'll be able to get it over at all for that fact, but they are still maintaining course, staying intact here, using those shields like no tomorrow. These Vanguards have their work cut out for them, because now Pig Team are locking in all the ultimates. Supernova, Psionic Seduction, and Total Bond all online. Same can be said on the other side of the equation as well. Final Judgment doing work here. Kraken Impact coming out from Hypnotic as well, and they can activate it again and again, finding all the KOs here. This is exactly what Quetzal need to force it over the line. 2.5 minutes to go here, and this convoy does not give up. It does not stop.
It is not stopping. It is heading to where they need to go, towards the Avengers. But will Pig Team be able to stop it? This is, of course, a very all or nothing map for them. 2 minutes on the clock. If Pig Team take any more of the time of Quetzal, they are now contesting it as best as they can. But Quetzal getting extremely low will be able to survive for just a bit longer. Sector puts out the invisible boundary to try and keep everyone alive, but Isaac getting extremely low. Will be taken out by Joji, who's going crazy. 1, 2, 3, Kraken Impact going in again for a 4th quad penta. Kraken Impact. Pig Team, stop Herbie for a little bit longer. Oh, yep, that was just a...
One more for good measure, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. You love to see it, Rice, you know. Joji just styling on it with that one, and now they are setting up a barrier around JJ right now, using that turret to shut down all the attackers' progression in this one. I want to waste as much time as possible, and look at that. They've already got 2 KOs through. This is exactly the turnaround you want to see from Big Team here. They found Bad 2K. They are staggering all these KOs right now. And it is a tough act to follow here for Quetzal. They had a lot of momentum, but now they've come almost to a halt. They've got one more fight in them, I reckon. 3 ultimates at their disposal here. Final Judgment, Kraken Impact, Eternal Bond. A strange portal coming in. Agamotto could be online. Here we go, Rice. It's time.
It is time for the final battle potentially between Pig Team and Quetzal on this map of Midtown, and it is starting off with a bang. I have Agamotto being used by Frost, but both actually Doctor Strange getting 2 each, and then with that, out comes all the knockouts, all the KOs, and it is going to be Hypnotic Weirdly again and again, getting a triple. Going for a quarter, but it is going to be shielded off by Frost. But can Frost stay alive to try and stop the defense? Keep the defense going with 20 seconds left on the clock. Quetzal are able to cap 19 seconds in the bank.
Holy moly. And what a push that was there, Rice. At long last, we do see the overtime come through. I wasn't sure we were going to get it, but we most certainly did in the end. So, advantage is going to be in Pig Team's favor in this one. They have a lot more time to play with heading into the OT sector here. But, you know, just because you got more time doesn't mean you're going to be able to get it over the line. Because, you know, if you keep your team on the convoy, you can make that time work for you, because that percentage can just keep going up. They can keep getting pace as long as they stay on top of that point there. It's not like when the time runs out, it's game over just like that. If they stay on top of it and get that OT timer on the convoy, then we could see this go quite the distance.
It can be going the full distance. I am super hyped here. Matsy, Pig Team, looking extremely strong with 3 minutes and 37 in their time bank, which does mean they have a slight advantage coming into this stage of Midtown. If they take this map, we will be getting a 3rd map in this best of 3, and it will come down to the wire.
Down to the wire. Let's see what's about to transpire here as JJ is locked down in turret mode. They are going to be playing around that again. You got the Emma Frost Shield as well as Frost Shield there with Doctor Strange. So, are they going to be able to arrange out of this one? I'm so curious. As they look to push that damage through up front there. Wosh playing around the corners though. I like how they can just play line of sight on this one. Allow themselves not to take too much damage and really just defend valiantly. But see what they can maneuver here. Looking to put up those pylons as well, just trickling through the damage as much as they can on this one. They are fighting up front and personal here, face forward. And there's 20 seconds left on the clock for Quetzal. What more can they do here?
They're definitely wanting to hold this here with only 14 seconds, 13 seconds, and time is ticking. Hypnotic getting able to get one pick onto Joji. Now Herbie is moving forward. Overtime is about to start for them as Isaac now falls for Quetzal. That is devastating news. Overtime now triggered. Frostbone now taken out as those Doctor Strangers are off the board until they respawn. Herbie moving around this corner, but they cannot move. Quetzal are not allowed to move from the vehicle. Nami now triggering the final jump and able to take down Rush, who I believe was in the middle of the turn of bot. What is this? It is a penta coming from Nami in the final judgment, in the final stand from Quetzal.
And just like that, they will be able to get it over the first stage here. So crazy stuff coming through there from Quetzal. Just when you think it's all over, it ain't over till it's over. They are going to be able to maintain that OT timer here. No one can afford to get off the convoy at this point. They must stay all hands on deck. Otherwise, they will leave this map behind and it will be Big Team's time to shine. But let's see who is going to be able to hold us strong in this one. Turret goes up, turret goes down just as quick there. That's unfortunate, but you know what else is unfortunate? We are going to be seeing the ultimates come through from both sides right now. So Onyx and Duchess favoring JJ is the final judgment right now. Eternal Bond coming out though. Here's the Kraken impact from Hypnotic as well. They are doing the most to try and hold on to this one. That OT timer is trickling down so quickly there. Just look how tiny it is. This is insane, Rice. But the game still goes on. Frost is trying to force them off the point. Somebody needs to get rid of them. They say it. Joji will be the one to save the day, just like that. The side switch, and now it's Pig Team in the driver's seat.
Pig Team driving Herbie as far as they can. They need to go 102 meters point something. I missed it just there, but over 102 meters. Pig Team, yes, they do have 3 minutes and 34 seconds on the time bank. They should be able to get through that first point, that first phase, if they play their cards right, but it is still only 3 minutes. Quetzal, with only 1 minute, were able to push it extremely far. Now, looking at the compositions, I don't think they're going to be switching things up too much, Matsy.
Yeah, we'll see what is going to be coming through out of this one. Are they going to be able to make this one theirs, or will this be a Quetzal time ahead? It all comes down to these final moments here, and I like the change up. You know, we got the web server online. The early phase here. Surely that's going to change. You know, I like how they're putting the mines everywhere. They got the BRB beacon up, but they're just toying with us. You know, they're just getting us a bit excited before the game starts, like picking up that shield and all that. It ain't staying. Joji on Spider-Man, though. Ooh.
No.
We saw it before for a second, but yeah, not gonna be. So here we go, Rise. We gotta get past that bunker, get past that turret, and let's see how Pig Team do.
Yeah, there is a bit of a bunker up there with the shield from Dr. Strange protecting the Punisher turret, and they are dealing lots of damage, though nobody from Pig Team has fallen. They're able to stay alive, keep the heals up, keep the shields up as well, and now they are getting around that corner. Wosh getting a little bit of damage up the top, able to survive and get away into safety. Now there is a contestation on point. Quetzal have fallen down, but so does Isaac. Isaac is the one to first fall in this fight, and now Pig Team are pushing around the corner. The defenses are falling apart, but Nobami is here to save the day. Hypnotic, Batuke get one of their own as well. With 2 minutes 48 on the clock, though, Pig Team do have many more chances for Quetzal winning this first fight.
Great way to start things off here on their defense, and now they're setting up the turret again, and all hands on deck. They found where Pig Team are coming from, steaming ahead with a lot of damage. Nami almost forced out of the equation. Here we go. Eternal Bond going to be online for Brunkler Bonding there. League does have the invisible boundary available as well. Here we go. Joji cracking impact time. Going to be stealing KO after KO there. Onwards for the quad KO. Looking to see if they can get the better out of this one. Joji is just mopping it up. It's on for the Hexa. Crazy stuff coming through from Joji. Just when you think it's a night of Pentas, it's going to be Hexa time. Putting that last Kraken impact through for a bit of style. Why not? Go out with a bang. And that was absolutely insane from Pig Team.
If you guys are interested in the reverse, if you guys love watching drama and excitement happening, Pig Team are here to give you a show. With 1 minute 42 seconds on the clock, they need to travel 102 meters, and they are pushing forward. JJ now has the final judgment online and available. They're going to be using immediately. Out comes a TP, I believe, as well from Frost. And now out comes the talent from Nami to try and do more damage. The boundary coming online, and from Link, from Pig Team. There's a lot going on. So many particles everywhere as Frost and JJ take to Pig Team are taking members left and right from Quetzal. The vehicle, Herbie, is moving closer and closer.
It's getting closer and closer, and they might just be able to do it. 2.69 meters. Joji's back on Infantile again. And just like that, everybody, Pig Team fight back and take map 2. We are going the distance here tonight, everyone. I cannot believe it.
Map 3 is on the horizon, Nancy. It is a 1-1 here in this series. Both teams taking a map each, and my goodness, they look good at doing it. Both teams putting on a wonderful performance. We did see Quetzal do extremely well on that first map, but now Joji with the Hexa on the Bucky, putting on a show. Both of these Bakis doing absolutely amazing. Though, yes, Joji, absolute performance coming from them. 44,000 damage.
Yeah, just absolutely insane, isn't it? You know, just a lot of damage trickling through there. I can see damage blocked as well, in particular, going to be massive there. Isaac blocking 61,671 damage as the Vanguard, but the top of the pack is Frost. 62,189 damage blocked. Oh, no way. Oh my gosh, we might actually see the Hand of Khonshu today, but, you know, I think the Punisher ban definitely makes a lot of sense, but you know what? This opens the account for Wosh to play that Captain America. I've been waiting for it all series, and now Captain America is online for Wosh right now. This is huge because Wosh and Joji playing into that Winter Soldier, Captain America, they play around each other very, very well, and I'm very excited to see how things play out for them heading in to Jalia right now on Convergence. It's time for these teams to show us what they're made of. Just look at these beautiful landscapes again as well, by the way. Like, I just love the level design. A big shout out to the NetEase team there. They're doing great work. I can't wait to see what the next maps look like.
True. And I do love all the purple once again. It's so pretty, all the purple flowers. Yeah, I do love purple, but also what I love is Marvel Rivals, especially when it comes down to the wire in this best of 3. This is the map where everything gets decided for these two teams. Now, JJ is actually staying on the Moon Knight. I wasn't sure if that was a hover to keep us interested and excited, but it is a pick, and it does get them a pick. Hypnotic, taking out who's playing Human Torch, somehow falls down to the ground. And now Pig Team taking advantage of this, are pushing forward onto the point, but Isaac is there ready with the woes and takes down Joji immediately. One trade out for the other, so they both lose one duelist, but Pig Team are still hovering on the point. Hypnotic is back very quickly on this Human Torch, now raining a lot of fire from the skies. Frost has to respect this, is heading back, but Welsh is the one that foes one Vanguard down, potentially another as Frost foes now JJ. Pig Team are heading back to spawn.
That they are relegated to the spawn point there. KOs are going to favor Quetzal at the moment, so we'll see what they are going to be able to achieve out of this one. Definitely going to be a difficult endeavor ahead of them here, but let's see what the Groot and the Co might be able to bring to the show. You know, I like the Thorn Lash walls coming out, the Ironwood walls coming out there, definitely bolstering defenses. Strangling Prison online as well for Isaac here. Could prove to stop a Pig Team in their tracks, but Hand of Khonshu's around the corner from JJ right now. Speaking of, Strategist Ultimates now already going to be activated. Ooh. And here we go, Rice. They're spicing it up.
Sector getting taken out immediately by the choke slam. Lick now taking out Isaac. Out comes the invisible boundaries. Pig Team pushing forward fast and quickly as now Joji gets another pick. Also has ultimate available, does not need it as the point is now claimed by Pig Team. A lot of three ultimates I think being used by Quetzal in that fight, but Pig Team just do it better.
That's right, they're just built different in that one, aren't they? And they will be able to find all of it. Ionic Seduction coming out from Bat2K here, trying their best to hold on for dear life. See if they can keep this point alive and keep their team engaged here, but they are having some struggles ahead of them, but Hypnotic sends them packing. Frost is out of here. KO locked in. JJ to follow. So they almost managed to push it straight through that third point there, but they're only going to be able to lock into. So Pig Team, 1 minute 20 to go here. They do have the Eye of Agamotto available, Psionic Seduction and Hand of Khonshu around the corner as well. Let's see what tools they can bring to their disposal, because the God of Mischief sneaking about.
Sneaking about and does have that ultimate available for them too. Who will the God of Mischief copy? And which ultimate will they target? But Welsh is the first one to go out with the Emma Frost ultimate sector being taken out by Joji, which does mean there is no God of Mischief ultimate. And JJ with the Hand of Khonshu taking out two. Hypnotic though. Consolation prize onto JJ, but is that going to be enough? It is not enough. Pig Team claim this first point. 3 minutes on the clock.
That they do. You love to see it. Pink team will be able to push on ahead here, and they got the invisible boundary available as well. But Quetzal, what do they got? They got the Eye of Agamotto and Last Stand available with Final Judgment around the corner as well. But what I'm worried about is Joji. Cracking impact around the corner there. That can be a path to devastation, but nice catch coming through. They force a whoosh into enemy lines there. We'll be able to backpedal out of it though. Still trickling the mission vehicle ahead here. Trying their best to hold on. Taking down some of those clones as well. I love the focus from JJ, but those Arcs definitely going to assist. But here we go. Cracking impact. They're on it, Rice, and here we go.
Guys are getting one onto Welsh. Joji falls despite the Kraken impact. It is actually a clean fight from Quetzal. Bad2K did use their Emma Frost ultimate in that, but really, it was just a team effort from Quetzal cleaning it up. Joji, despite using Kraken impact, finds nothing.
Yeah, unfortunate for them there. You know, we thought they might be able to pave the path there, but they are stopped in their tracks. An obstacle before them. And we'll see if they can claw their way back in. Quetzal doing a great job with their ult economy in this one, you know, maintaining stance, but maybe not for long. Citrus taken out. They're not going to be able to rely upon the Eternal Bond tier sector, though. Got a Mischief. Who have they copied? I do yet wonder. Well, they've copied the Cloak and Dagger there, so great to see the Eternal Bond still making waves here. Invisible Boundary doing a good job for Lick there as well. There's the hand of Khonshu when you need it. Trying to force them off the mission vehicle, and they will get it. Trying their best. It's Nami with Final Judgment as well, but they've got line of sight around this pillar here, so they're actually not facing much of the impact out of that one.
A massive pick as well from the hand of Khonshu and JJ earlier, but Isaac is going to take JJ down. Instead, Ivan being used. Doesn't find many. And Frost gets stunned, so we'll be able to stay alive. Out comes now another Emma Frost Odin from Welsh. Able to get 3. Hypnotic, Bad2K, and Sector are now getting... Oh, never mind. The turret from Nami was enough to shut down Joji. Kraken impact. Still not giving much of an impact.
Yeah, like I liked the idea there. You know, they wanted to just shut down that turret as soon as possible. They seem to be having quite a bad time with it, but unfortunately the turret just a little bit too powerful there and does shut them down promptly. But promptly is what they're going to need to be spurring into action, heading towards this convoy again. Psionic Seduction now. Bad2K keeping the defenses bolstered here. We'll see if they can keep themselves alive because KO comes through on to Frost there. Lick using the invisible boundary well, keeping their team around the borders, but see what they can find out of the Final Judgment now. The damage comes through once again. Nami on the path of destruction finds KO after KO. And just like that, they've locked them in their tracks. And we're on for the side switch. What a solid hold that came through from Quetzal there.
Quetzal holding quite well. Pink team able to get that first point in the beginning of the map. But it was... I think not much time left in that time bank and not able to push push the vehicle through that second stage. Now, can Quetzal do that as well? Can they also take the point and push it forward to where Pink Team were able to? Or can Pink Team hold down the defense? They may be switching things up a little bit with JJ hovering the Psylocke. Will they keep it as well for this defense phase? Psylocke and defense could be very interesting, able to go around and get different angles to try and pick off some members of Quetzal.
We'll see if they are going to be able to find a value out of it. What I like to see as well is... Ooh, we do have the Psylocke locked in for JJ there, so Dance of the Butterfly could be coming through. Not going to play into the bait there from Bad2K and Isaac. As much as I want to see the web server, I don't think today is going to be the day for that one. You know, they just want that early shielding, so power to them for that one. But they just got to stop playing with our heartstrings like that, man. You know? Maybe we'll see the reality come in on, you know, Spider Islands if we ever go there again. But not meant to be. We are going to be getting straight back into the action now. The sides are switched, and let's see if Quetzal can force the issue.
Yeah, Quetzal have, I would say, a good fighting chance here. The fact that they were able to stop Pig Team in their tracks pretty early in that last round, I'm sure they're feeling extremely confident. But Pig Team, we've seen them work under pressure before. We've seen them thrive under pressure. What is this? Flay from JJ. He's gone invisible. And in the backline, Nami taken out immediately. A good, strong start from Pig Team. Now Joji following suit onto Isaac as Isaac follows Quetzal. Not able to get that first tick. They will have to go back to spawn and try it once again.
Have to really be in it to win it here, and Froster will be. Double KO coming out from there. They're looking to see if they can find even more, but they must not overextend here. They know that they can't afford to lose anybody too willy-nilly here. We'll see if they are going to be able to bolster their defenses in the back line now. They do have all hands on deck here, but the fires are starting to churn through towards the point there. And speaking of, we've got Quetzal all looking to scurry through into this choke point. It's a shame they don't have access to the Punisher in this one, because that would have been perfect for that situation. But here goes the KOs. They're tracking in again.
JJ trying to go for that flank once again, but this time Quetzal were ready, lying in wait. They knew what they were trying to do. Hypnotic taking them out. Now out comes the ultimates from the invisible boundaries. Lick trying to get Pig Team onto point to try and touch, so get Pig Team back onto point to try and keep the team alive. Us against the world, Citrus with the Eternal Bond to try and get Quetzal onto point. Hypnotic as well going Supernova to do as much damage, and there is damage happening, but Runk is countering it with their Eternal Bond. Hypnotic able to finally take down Joji. Pig Team have to fall back slightly, respect everything as JJ now falls from the flank. The flanks aren't going in JJ's favor anymore. Ivagomoto being used to try and keep everyone off as Quetzal clean up.
Great stuff coming through there from Quetzal. Will be able to heave their way onto the point, and now we switch it through to the convoy section. We are going to push that convoy all the way through. And let's see if they can manage to get it a little bit further than Pig Team, because they got a lot of time to pace their way up the path here. And Pig Team really going to have to lock into this one. Really going to have to play the very best that they can here. But we got ultimates available on both sides. Psionic Seduction is going to be a key factor, but Nami having Final Judgment really going to be devastating. Speaking of Psionic Seduction, Bat2K has it online, trying their best to find the impact, but here we go again. It's Whoosh time. Jumping into it here, Rice. They're trying to force them out.
Trying to force them out as best they can, but Nami responds, but gets taken out by JJ. Immediately, Pig Team are pushing forward. They are going to try and hold this point, hold the vehicle right here, and Joji with a Kraken. 1, 2, and 3 for him.
Holy moly, great stuff coming through from Joji there. You think the Kraken impacts were missing? Well, now they be hitting different, and they will be able to get some control back in this one, but they have just under 3 minutes. They need to try and hold on for now. It's going to be all hands on deck from our Vanguards up front and everyone around the back. Ultimates locked in. We do have Eternal Bond available for Citrus. Ivagomoto as well. Runkle Bonting, one of the same. Eternal Bond could be locked down here. But speaking of the damage trickling through, Joji shuts down Hypnotic there. So not going to be able to get a use out of the torch this time. But here comes Supernova. JJ trying to shut them out in the corridors there. Nami somehow gets away from it. Maybe not for long, dishing out a lot of damage, and there we go. They will be all KO'd out of that one. And Pig Team find a way back in. And the time's ticking down here, Rice. We've gone from 3 minutes almost down to 2. I'm getting a little worried here.
Worried indeed, and I'm sure that is what Quetzal are feeling right now as well. This is the final fight, the final stage, the final 2 minutes of these two series right now, with Pig Team desperately trying to stop this vehicle from moving any forward with 4 ultimates on a line for them. Quetzal only having 3 with Nami potentially around the corner, 90% looking to get that online. Ivagomoto being used by Isaac as the first one, being able to stun out 2 of the defenders. Pig Team lose 2. Yes, they take out Isaac in return, but is that going to be enough? Eternal Bond being used by Runk to try and keep everyone alive from Pig Team in a desperate effort. 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. Bad 2K now trying to keep everyone's mind on them as Ronk is now KO'd. Out comes the invisible boundary, and it's a deep one as Quetzal keep pushing. But what is this? Cross portal into Eye of Agamotto, stunning 4 members of Quetzal. It is a clean comeback from Pig Team.
Oh my gosh, the timing on that portal was absolutely insane there. Joji bringing it back again, and now they're going for their own portal, but it's the Supernova straight on top of them, dishing out the damage right now. Nami's gone. Oh no, no more Punisher. We'll see if they are going to still be able to hold on. Frost has been KO'd out of this one. Isaac trying to hold on, but it's the choke slam. Joji down and out now. They're trading blows here. Frost has brought out the Captain America. This is absolutely crazy, and we'll see if they are going to be able to find more. Isaac stops the floor with this one. There's 2 meters to go. Surely they can get it done. Surely you'd think they're taking down the KOs, but they still have players at the point. Oh my gosh, they have done it. Quetzal, take a bow.
Quetzal win this map, win this series. 2-1, and it comes down to the wire. 23 seconds left on the clock, but they were able to push it the distance and get themselves the victory. They are looking extremely happy, I'm sure, from this win. They desperately needed this win to be able to try and make it to the playoffs, but this does mean that Pig Team unfortunately lose this series and are now eliminated and won't be making it to the playoffs. This was